a dinosaur skull, 2 albino king cobras, a haunted mansion, 4 private jets, a private island, and 2 castles in Europe. Nicolas Cage bought all of this, and then lost all of this. He earned $150 million. He spent every single cent, and then borrowed more. This is not just a story about a Hollywood star who spent too much. This is the most extreme case of financial self-destruction ever recorded. And every single mistake he made is a mistake millions of people make every day on a smaller scale. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never think about money the same way again. Nicolas Cage was born Nicolas Coppola in 1964 in Long Beach, California. His uncle was legendary director Francis Ford Coppola. From the beginning, he had connections most actors could only dream of. He changed his name to Cage to avoid accusations of nepotism, and he worked hard. By the mid-1990s, he was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. The Rock, Con Air, Face Off, National Treasure, Ghost Rider. The money came fast, and it came enormous. In 1996 alone, he earned $20 million. The following year, another $20 million. Year after year, the checks kept coming. And Nicolas Cage had a philosophy about money that would eventually destroy him. He called it living like a king. Not saving like one. Living like one. Every dollar that came in went out faster than it arrived. Let's talk about the spending, because the details are extraordinary. Nicolas Cage bought 15 properties across the United States and Europe. Not investments, homes he rarely visited, including a haunted mansion in New Orleans that cost $3.4 million. He bought Midford Castle in England, a castle in Bavaria, Germany, both purchased on impulse during European trips. He bought a private island in the Bahamas for $3 million. He bought a Gulfstream private jet, then another, then 2 more. His car collection included a Lamborghini once owned by the Shah of Iran, a Ferrari Enzo worth over $1 million, and dozens of other exotic vehicles. His comic book collection alone was worth millions. He once paid $276,000 for a single comic book. Action Comics #1. The first appearance of Superman. And then there were the animals. An octopus he claimed helped his acting. 2 albino king cobras, a crocodile, exotic sharks. The monthly cost of maintaining this empire was estimated at over $500,000. Here is where it gets complicated. Nicolas Cage trusted the wrong people with his money. His business manager Samuel Levin was supposed to be handling his finances, paying his taxes, and making sure his empire was sustainable. In 2009, Cage sued Levin for $20 million claiming mismanagement. Levin countersued, saying Cage refused to follow financial advice and spent money faster than anyone could manage. The truth was probably somewhere in the middle. But while they were fighting, the IRS was not waiting. Nicolas Cage owed $6.2 million in 2007 taxes, another $6.7 million in 2008. More in 2009. Total tax debt exceeded $14 million. The government began seizing assets. Properties were sold at auction. The island was sold. The castles were sold. The jets were sold. The cars were sold. In 2009, Nicolas Cage was selling properties at a loss just to pay tax bills he never should have had. But here is the part of the story that nobody tells. Nicolas Cage didn't stop working. He accelerated. Between 2010 and 2020, he made over 50 films, many of them low-budget direct-to-video productions. Not because he chose to, because he had to. He needed the money, desperately. In interviews, he admitted that he was taking every role offered because he had financial obligations he could not escape. Tax debts, legal fees, properties he still owned that cost money to maintain. The man who had earned $150 million was working non-stop to pay off debts from spending that money on things that had no financial value. An octopus does not appreciate in value. A haunted mansion in New Orleans that you never visit does not generate returns. A dinosaur skull is not a retirement plan. Nicolas Cage learned the most expensive lesson in financial history. Assets make you money. Liabilities cost you money. He had filled his life with liabilities and called them assets. Here is the financial autopsy of Nicolas Cage's empire. Income from 1996 to 2009. $150 million. Spent on properties. $30 million. Spent on vehicles. $5 million. Spent on private jets. $10 million. Spent on art and collectibles. $8 million. Spent on exotic animals. $3 million. Spent on staff and management. $15 million. Tax debt accumulated. $14 million. Legal fees. $5 million. Total. $90 million. Gone. The math is brutal. Every dollar he earned went somewhere. None of it went to work for him. Compare this to Arnold Schwarzenegger, who took his earnings and bought real estate that generated more income. Arnold's money worked for Arnold. Nicolas Cage's money worked for everyone except Nicolas Cage. The difference between these two men is not talent or opportunity or luck. It is one financial decision. What do you do with money when it arrives? Here is what Nicolas Cage's story teaches us about wealth that no financial textbook ever could. Money is not a destination. It is a tool. And like any tool, it can build things or it can destroy things depending on how you use it. Every purchase you make is either an asset or a liability. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. A house you rent to someone is an asset. A house you buy to impress people and never visit is a liability. An investment portfolio is an asset. An exotic animal collection is a liability. Nicolas Cage had $150 million and filled his life with liabilities. The result was inevitable. But here is the empowering truth. You already know what he didn't. You know the difference between an asset and a liability. You know that money needs to work for you, not against you. That knowledge is worth more than $150 million in the wrong hands. If this changed how you think about money and the financial decisions you make every day, subscribe to Financial Protocol on YouTube. Every week, we break down the biggest money stories in history. The collapses, the frauds, the fortunes built from nothing, and the systems designed to keep you from building your own. Subscribe now. New cases every week. Your financial future depends on what you know, and we are here to make sure you know everything.